My name is Vi Samaha from the Kapam Nation and Caribou Diocese in British Columbia, and I bring you greetings. I carry with me a picture of my sister and I in residential schools to remind me of where I was as a child and the trauma and loss for those that time spent there. And the principal of that school. I'm here also for my six sisters and 2 brothers who also attended. And I'm here to tell you my story of healing and the beginning of that and my story. And it's very scary, because I'm still afraid, but I know through Christ this is possible. I come from both cultures, so I feel very gifted. I also come from 2 spiritualities, which is also a gift. It has been a struggle in the Anglican Church, and that's okay because that's where we are. So part of my healing is to try to help my people and myself through this healing. For the past 13 years, I've lived in Spence's Bridge and have worked with my nation in the healing process and living in that community of dysfunction, both native and non-native, because the honor of one is the honor of all, and the dysfunction of one is also the dysfunction of all. It hasn't been easy, but there has been growth and change and healing. And now, being part of the national executive, that healing has begun there as well. And I feel that I have permission to share with you what that feels like to be on that executive and the struggle that we have. I feel that we're still always asking for permission, and I feel I can speak honestly here because they've given me that. This brief is the non-native brief. And I will share with you my story as part of the Anglican Church. The first 6 years of my life, I was raised in a loving family and protected and cared for and with all my elders, and it was a very special place. And then walking through the doors of this institution changed my life. And I have memories of loss and confusion and trauma. And I saw abuse. I felt abuse. I tasted abuse with the food. I often wonder why I was there, but now I know, because I can't be here unless I've experienced. I had to experience that. And this isn't history. This is happening this week in my community. The loss, suicides. Now Native women are committing suicide. For the longest time, it was men. For the last 13 years that I've lived in Spence's Bridge. It is so sad. It is catastrophic. After our family moved, we attended public schools. And the non-Native people said we didn't belong there. And the Native people said we belonged in the residential school. And I didn't understand any of that. But because of this dysfunctional beginning, I struggled through school. It wasn't until high school that I realized that I could learn and be who I really am. So since then, I've tried to regain my culture and found out that our culture is in museums across Canada and throughout the world. Hidden away in boxes or wherever. So my goal is to bring all that back home, so that can be part of our life, so that we can learn from it. One of the losses is our language. Without the language, there's still a loss. So I thank you for the opportunity for me to share, and thank you for listening, and thank you for helping me heal.